The reason why people who know boxing and follow boxing are so excited about this match is because they realize what they have seen in the two prior matches. Manny Pacquiao is all aggression. He's a fighter who takes the fight to his opponent. That's one of the qualities that's endeared him to sports fans all over. He takes the fight to the opponent. He is the antithesis of a defensive fighter, although he knows and has picked up a lot of defensive tactics from Freddie Roach. He's essentially a fighter who's on the offense. Juan Manuel Marquez, in the years I've been watching boxing, is the greatest counterpuncher that I've seen. Now, what does that mean? You hear the expression counterpuncher. It probably is the one thing in boxing that takes the most skill. You have to allow your opponent to throw a punch at you and hit him in such a way and at such an angle with the counter that it reaches the opponent before his punch reaches you. That's easier said than done. That is hard, and it takes nerves of steel to be a counterpuncher. Now, as Manny has developed his right hand and his skills since they last met, so Juan Manuel has changed his style in the way that he was a counterpuncher who would score off the counters. But now he's sitting down on the counters, and his full knockout power is shown. That's why he has won so many fights over the last few years with his counterpunching, because it is now a much more powerful punch. So people out there who really don't know boxing said, yeah, but he didn't look so good against Mayweather. Well, of course he didn't. Mayweather is a defensive fighter, maybe a defensive genius. It's the worst type of fighter that a counterpuncher can fight, because there's nothing to counterpunch. It means that if you're a counterpuncher, you lose your asset, and you have to be the attacker, which is something that a counterpuncher would prefers not to do. That's the reason, not the weight, that he didn't look as good as he could in the Mayweather fight. But that won't be the problem in this fight. In this fight, he will be able to use his counterpunching skills because he's fighting a very aggressive fighter. And people say, well, he's fighting above the weight. Let me tell you something. Let's get real here. They have to make the weight at 144. When they go into the ring the night of the fight, they'll be within 1 pound of each other. Juan Manuel will probably be 147, 148. Manny will be the same thing. That's the definitive weight that matters. It's not like Manny is a middleweight and will weigh 144 at the weigh-in and go into the ring at 160. That's not going to happen, because then he'll lose all of his speed. Today, sitting here, he's probably 148 to 149. So Alex Ariza's job will be, during the training, to feed him enough food to maintain his weight. So the weight is not an issue here. What's an issue here is the increased skills of both fighters since they last fought, and who will have the advantage.